Okay.
What it say? I'm going live today. We back. I'm back. I had a good word of wisdom. From my elder gentleman earlier today. This morning I was supposed to have jumped on the live. I had some little audio difficulties or whatever. But my guy here was talking about what we generational curses. That's what we were talking about. The generational curses. And then I should have put that in the title of the description. But anyway, generational curse. This thing started all the way from fathers to grandfathers, great grandfathers, whatever.
Go what the caption say first.
The caption said, what did the caption say? What are you, my help me?
Are you a help me?
Or are you a help me? Are you a help me?
Both sides.
Think about it. Both sides, men and women, are you a help me? But I want to talk about how the separation of the household going on. The separation of the households and stuff. We're trying to glue this thing back together because these generational curses that we talk of starts way from back when. And just because he was good, if you missing something in your household, you can curse your generation 3 to 4 generations down. A lot of folks are divorced and can't even tell you why they divorced. A lot of times you can go to court and after they say it's done or whatever, they're going to be like, you can go back to your mate and be like, why are y'all divorced? They don't even know why. But a lot of it's still because a lot of folks don't know how to love each other, don't know how to come together and be one. So you got to have balance, man. You got to come together and be one. Well, anyway, quit taking these children from their fathers. Dads are destiny. Ain't that what he said? Dads are destiny.
Mm-hmm. You put the destiny in the man.
In the man. So you go back to grandfather. Your grandfather might have raised a good family, worked every day, but he wasn't in the household. What is he teaching his son? So now his son comes down, which is now your dad.
Well, actually, the grandfather and the sons and the uncles and everything used to work together because they was on the farm
before World War II.
Right. The industrial age came about, that's when dad left and you ain't see him doing nothing no more. So you start getting your examples from what a man's supposed to be from the women.
From the woman.
Because they the teachers and they the ones that's raising you at first.
They in the school system. They teaching you how to be a man. And we know that a woman, well, some people going to agree, some not going to agree.
Jessica said, curses of our fathers, pains from our mothers, which shapes you in this iniquity in them 9 months in their womb. Them curses from your father and the pain from your mother shaped you and it's passed down through you in that shaping in them 9 months of the womb.
That's so true. That's so true. So when you arguing with your wife and she pregnant or whatever and giving all this evil, negative spirits and stuff, you could be just shaping your child to be cursed, and he gonna carry this same curse out through his generation unless he get knowledge himself and understand what's going on.
It's true. It's we living in a patriarchal society, which is male dominant, and we should be living in a matriarchal society, but with observance of the patriarchy too. Both of them work in unison together. Womb man, the portal between realms. You sure know what to say. Womb man, who are you? Jessica Star Shine. You might got you something on your head.
Yeah, she on point now.
Womb man.
She on point.
Can we get your tribes ladies to get on board?
She got another one too, I think. She got another one. She's probably gonna tag on to it. I think Kristen Chambers, I think that's her name. She on point too.
Master Able and Noble in the building today, though. Man.
Yes, indeed.
You understand? Yes, Master indeed. Able and Noble.
But we gonna glue this thing back. We trying to help people glue this thing back together. No, I'm not saying my marriage is perfect. No way on earth I'm saying my marriage is perfect. Actually, what comes out of me comes from things that happen at home, and I'm be like, hold on, something wrong. So let me tighten my tux up. Let me tighten it up. But look, we got to understand where these generational curses coming from, because you was a good 92% of our problems. They did a survey. 92% of the problems come from fatherless households. Like you can go to jails. Majority of people in jail didn't have a father to teach them about self. So what we need to do is we need to learn about self first.
Right. Knowledge of self is the first order. No, self-preservation is the first law of nature. So knowledge of self should be the first thing a woman teaches her child. But you can't teach her if they at school or in the daycare 6 months after they done came out the birth canal, they at the daycare, learning from somebody else and picking up somebody else's vibes. Just because you want to go to, now we ain't talk about the people that have to do it because they stuck there by themselves at that particular point. But we talk about the women that don't even have to do it.
That's so true. That's so true. You got to understand what kindergartner is. You got to understand 0 to 7. You download everything. You're in download mode.
Sponges, just downloading, just watching and observing, soaking up everything that all the stimuli that's being stimulated. It's called Proverbs 4:23, which says, guard your heart, for out of them comes the issues of life. And we're not guarding our children's heart. And your heart is not this organ. Your heart is your mind in the Bible. And your mind is not your brain. Your brain is what your mind does for a living. Or your mind is what your brain does, meaning it's the processing unit. And so them first 7 years, your child is processing all the stimuli you're giving him. And if the womb man is the first teacher, and she done sent them off to another womb man or man and some other womb mans, and they learning, getting all their traits, and you wonder why the children ruling over us. Or there are our oppressors because you abandon them.
And that's also in the Bible also. Look it up. It's symbolic. It's not meant to be taken literally. It's symbolic for how you should be living. But back to the kindergarten, we letting one man plant these seeds in our kids' garden. That's where you get the kindergarten from. See, things you got to look around and pay attention, have knowledge of everything that's going on. Even middle school is symbolic for what it's supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be learning about middle school yourself. In high school, you're supposed to be learning about your higher conscience. When you go to the university institute, you're supposed to be learning about the universe.
Whoa, you hit them with it. You hit them.
That's what you're supposed to be doing.
But let me read civilized. They say we're civilized people. We're not wild and all that anymore. And when you civilize a person, you take them out of the natural order of things. And they say civilian, civil, relating to ordinary citizens and their concerns as distinct from military and ecclesiastical matters, secular, non-religious, occurring between citizens of the same country, not criminal, fixed by customs or law rather than natural. So they took you out of your natural state and you don't know nothing about your nature anymore. All you know about is the world. And then you love the devil because he gives you nothing.
And you can't serve two masters.
But Federal Reserve notes.
You can't serve two masters.
Federal Reserve notes.
Come on now, let's talk with it. What we got? What we got? Anybody got something to say? What we got? Let me see here.
Education.
Egg you cage.
What?
She's saying the word education can be translated egg you cage.
Or it goes back to the Latin word educo, educare, which is to draw out what is within. See, when you go to school, they're just schooling you. They're just putting stuff in you, and then you regurgitate it back to them, and they say, oh, you made an A. But they're not drawing out who you are or drawing out your natural talent because they are not interested in that. They are interested in the prison industrial system. They're interested in creating somebody that's going to come work for me and not draw out their natural talents to work for themselves.
Basically, you what you're doing, you're an employee. You're training him in schools to be an employee for an employer.
And guess what? Corporations buy employees and sell them back retail. Corporations buy employees and give you a salary and sell you back retail. So they buying your time and you trading your time for Federal Reserve notes and dollars and stuff and material stuff.
To go buy stuff.
And then disregarding your children. And wonder why they don't like that. They have no knowledge of self. They have no self-love for themselves. They shooting at each other. They beating each other up. Well, who did they learn that from?
Notice the school system.
Who did they learn that from?
Institutional. All of them sell the same food funded by the state.
Yep. I've been locked up.
Prisons. Go to your school cafeteria.
A few days in jail.
Go to all these institutions. They serve you the same food. That same pizza that you got in line, standing in the lunch line with your mouth quiet, don't move, which is the same rules that are in your prison system. Yep. They were molding you since then. That's why they always saying 1 of every 3 boys in a family will be. They already know this because they mold you systematically that way.
And then they got the women marching. What you marching for? To do what men do? That's what you want to do? You marching to be like a man.
To be like a man.
Ain't that nothing?
feminine,
Ain't
but
that
you want to
nothing?
be masculine.
I don't want nothing to do with no man. In
No,
that sense,
I like
that.
womb. Womb.
We need some. You trying to be a man? Well, you
Cut
got
the
this
mustard.
going on. No wonder we got a battle of dominance in the house. Who's going to wear the pants? She's trying to run the head, and she is the neck. You're here to support me.
So now this goes back to, is she the helpmate? This goes back to that.
I'm sure some women out there being great helpmates.
It is. It's
I'm
some
sure
women
it's
out there.
some out there. I know. I'm pretty sure it's some out
Come
there.
on, brothers, tell it. I like you and thank you, Angela. Thank you. The only difference between jail and school, kids go home every afternoon. Yes, they do. But let's think about when you go and do weekend time. Same difference. But same difference, Jessica. But I like that though. That's the only difference if you're talking about a long period of time. That's the only difference. Now, we're going to go to Proverbs 62.
We're going to say this one first. When you empower the weaker sex to devour the stronger sex, it leaves the children vulnerable. And they fall victim to the prey, which is the Wizard of Oz, which is this grand apple that John was talking about, this shiny stuff, the bright lights in the big city, the money, the jewelry, the cars, the clothes. You fall victim to all that stuff. You selling your children and putting them in bondage mentally.
Yes, a divided house. It says a divided house. Jesus said this now, for you Christians. For you Christians, it said a divided house.
I think the Christians following John. Anyway, go ahead. My bad.
Oh, they follow John?
I don't think they follow Jesus.
They don't follow Jesus.
No,
they follow John.
They don't do what Jesus be saying. They follow John.
Oh, okay.
And
whatever float they boat, they call themselves Christian, whatever. But it says a house divided within itself will not stand. So if I'm supposed to have dominance over my house and she have dominion over
supposed to be the head, but you're supposed to be it's the head of the house, but you're supposed to be the responsible head, not the dominant head. Y'all dominate. You dominate together. You're supposed to be the responsible head.
Right. I feel you. Dwayne said, let me get back to this, but Dwayne said a lot of this is on us. It goes back to woman we chose. As men, we must choose women that have desire to be feminine and prioritize their children.
Okay,
very true.
Well, with that being said, I've run to a lot of women that present this to you as if they're that way, but then when you get with them and get to know them, and they something totally different because they just acting because they don't know themselves. So it's like a confusion bubble going on.
Then he said, at their jobs because they are confused or are confident in their men's ability to protect and provide for her. So she feels that she has to make her job the first priority because, I
agree with you. We haven't been protecting them for the last 200 years. We haven't been protecting them as men. We the cowardly lion in the Wizard of Oz. We haven't been protecting our women and our children. The spoils of war is the booty and the prize. That's where booty come from. Women and their children. That's the spoils of war. And we're at a commercial warfare right now. We've been at war for a long time, and we've been under Spanish and French protectorate, and because we haven't been protecting them and they've been trying to protect us from getting our head bust, they had to say, okay, we're gonna come and integrate with these people and we're gonna join their stuff, and they're giving them provisions to make sure you get out the way. Come on, have these babies and we're gonna take care of you. We're gonna put you on the system. Guess they don't do that overseas. You ain't got no government assistance overseas.
Is that why they mad at Trump? Because he trying to seize all this?
They need to. It's handicapping our people. It's handicapping us.
Now, we ain't saying some that don't need government to say help. Understand me. The ones that need help, like health care for our elders and for our kids and all that, but at the same time for the kids, mom should be taking care of that.
But like the gentleman said, when men fail to lead and women take over, things fall apart because you're not built to lead. You're built to submit to my leadership.
Yes.
I'm the leader, and you're here to help me with these children. And you're the prophetess.
Stay at home, man. Raise our kids.
You're the prophetess. You take all my seeds and my dreams and make them manifest. I'm the active principle. You're the magnetic. I come and give you my energy, and then you expand it because you're the universe.
She's the law, and we're the law enforcers.
You are the law, and we are the law enforcers. And I am the length, angle, and width that came out of the law. So I got to enforce it. And the problem is the women be trying to enforce the law when you are not the law. And you confusing yourself because you are not the law enforcer. You're just the law. So be the law. But the law is love.
The law is love.
The law is love, my girl.
And every man can agree. If you sit down and think about it, if a woman is not happy, your whole household is messed up. If a woman is not happy. So that lets you know she's the law, because if she's the law and she's not happy, let me take it back. If she's the law and you're the law enforcer, whatever she wants, you're gonna make sure she have it. Or you're gonna have a house divided, or you ain't gonna be with her. It's just simple as that. I might have said it a little different, but she's the law and you're the law enforcer. You go out and get what she wants. That's why you see these folks out here trying to look good, buying stuff, buying the big house, because she asked you to get her a big house. You went out and got the big house. She turned your home into a house. She turned your house into a home.
And they say a wise woman builds a house with her hands, and a foolish woman tears it down with her mouth.
Ooh.
And a woman that can't control her emotions in her mouth, that's a train wreck ready to happen with these alpha males. Whoo, because we can't take it. When too much disrespect, too much nagging and drama, it makes us lose our sexual desire for you.
You know what else I hate to hear women say?
What?
They don't need a man.
You need me, baby.
But they gonna have your son, but they don't need no man.
And they'll try to fight you too.
And they'll try to fight you, man.
But run away from a cockroach.
Yeah, spider climb on the wall. She want to call you then.
Screaming like I'm thinking somebody coming through the window.
Man, come on, man.
And the police know.
And get what their son sitting there seeing while you running from the spider.
We need more men that can lead. But until then, women are going to continue to be dominant. We understand that, but you're ruining yourself.
Yeah, because
it's to your own demise for you to continue to be dominant. I understand. That's just that first law of nature is self-preservation. So if he ain't gonna be there with you and help you, your natural instincts gonna kick in. I gotta take over. We understand that. That's what. But it's your children. It's like when you empower the weaker sex to devour the stronger sex, it leaves the children vulnerable. And now I can control the future generations. Because you're not controlling them. You're not teaching them about their mind, body, and soul. And you ain't pyramid.
The 5 pyramid. 5. Upper body, lower body.
Star David, or Dravid, or goes back etymologically into hold something else that you didn't taught, or you haven't been taught.
Jessica said, I stay home with my youngest. I keep in the house order. My man doesn't have to do anything at home because man, that's so good woman, man.
I mean, I do that too, but when the conditioning is so good about the elders telling her you need a good job, but don't depend on no man.
Because the feminist movement calls.
And then you run to me and I'm saying, listen, I just need you to take care of my children. And
that's all you want.
I want to get a job just to go work, just to buy some stuff, just to say I made some money, but your children you gonna abandon them?
Vondre, what up, Vondre? That's when they
fall
in love with the imaginary white man with the law. Hey, that's what we're talking about, man.
What you mean? That's when they fall in love with the...
I'm taking it as he's saying that...
Oh, you talking about Jesus.
Right, with the law on her. That's who told him to do that. He took you and systematically took you out the home.
I just read him Civil and Civilized, how it takes you out of your nature. And then you become whores of Babylon. And you become the habitation of devils. And you've been sucking from her fornication.
Just you 100% right. What does color have to do with race? She 100% right.
There's only one race called the human race. But he was doing. It was an analogy for something.
Now we got. Oh yeah. I'm glad you joined, Mr. Matthew.
Right. Race is a man-made construct by Alexander Wolfenwald. No, it was some other folks, but it was one race called humans with extended families called nations and nationalities. So white is that construct. There's no black people or no white people on the planet. Where's your nation at?
None whatsoever.
Or you said you were a citizen. You better go look up the word citizen, and then you're gonna go to the word a subject. You better look up what a subject is. And we ain't talking about in school.
And all you do look at your birth certificate and all your live certificate of live birth, not your birth certificate.
Jesus.
But
what do you see now? What do you see now?
You are called an informant. You're an informant
on the birth certificate.
Just look at it.
INFO. You know how to spell it.
But quit telling these kids that you can raise your child by yourself. You don't need a man. Man, he needs a father figure in his life. It don't have to necessarily have to come from the father. We understand things having you go your separate ways, but he has to have a male influence in his life to become the masculine or know about himself.
Okay, so what do you think about this, Drew. Her mission is to be in submission to man. And when she's following the mission of her man, she's in submission. But you got to be doing something. We ain't talking about just follow no man.
Yeah, because don't follow any man.
Just because he look
brothers
good.
out here ain't doing nothing.
He ain't got nothing going on. He gotta have you doing something. He gotta you want to help him. So how can you follow his mission if he have none? So that's going without being said. Because I know some people gonna say, "Oh, the man, I gotta be dominant." Well, you gotta work on your energy to realize you're attracting certain type of individuals yourself.
What you put out, you will receive. So if you're not doing nothing, you're gonna receive nothing.
100.
I mean, that's just how the universe works.
100.
So if a man out here doing this thing, you're gonna attract good things. What you give, you will receive. It's just that simple. But we ain't gonna hold you up too long.
We still about love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
Yes. Hey, be on the lookout. We coming out with this
AA batteries.
YouTube series.
Breaking bread at the dinner table.
And if you need to be in tune, because I'm not gonna give you nothing this nigga. I'm on out here trying to help, and I don't know everything. I learn every day. We trying
to help and help ourselves.
Yeah.
We just privy to a little information, and we just distribute it and disseminate it because we want some correction. Because our children are the future too, just like yours.
We're gonna leave it open for a few minutes for anybody that got something want to ask some questions. If you need to know something, hit me up, because I'm still looking good, feeling good, and smelling good. I wake up every day and giving my praise. Thanking the Lord, the law.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes, I am self-law master. Jessica said it takes a real man to be a father, not blood and deed. Took the thought deed out of my head.
Yeah.
Perfect balance.
Yes, sir.
Perfect balance.
You are the succubus and I am the incubus. Or those spirits are.
Where y'all at? Y'all need anything? Ask me anything you want to know. This is a two-parent collision. We need both, mother and father, feminine and masculine. We need this, man. Y'all let that feminist movement change the whole natural. See, all this we know. We knew this thousands of years ago. Y'all let them people come in the system.
I came in way before that, though, Drew.
They came in way before that.
And now it's to the point where it's like when women don't listen, men don't grow. Incapable of listening, processing without changing this. Yeah, they're incapable of listening without processing or processing it without changing the story. If you don't listen, we don't grow. We are here for each other. But you are here to help me get to my destiny of what I'm here to do on the planet. I got a fingerprint. You got a fingerprint that don't nobody else have. We are here to do something that nobody else is here to do. Each individual. Piece of the mind and a part of the whole, but more importantly, you are here to help me reach my destiny. It don't matter if I'm a bum. Dude was talking about you shouldn't be attracting these type of yeah. It don't matter if that's what you with. You are here to elevate that man, celebrate that man, because we are made in the image and likeness of Christ or God, right? Woo! And how do you go to church and worship God? By praising His name and celebrating Him. When there's no more celebration in the house is going backwards because we only want to win.
That's all we want to
score.
Like the song, win, win, win. All we want.
Exactly. We don't recognize anything else. If you're not celebrating us, you're not gonna get celebrated. They're just natural order. That's just the scientific way we work as the masculine and the feminine, or the positive and the negative poles on the planet. It's duality.
Appreciate you, Kevin Jeffries. Good show. Y'all about to open up. That's what whole point of this is for. We got to open up. We got to glue this thing back together, man.
Look, the eyes wide closed, not these two. Wide closed. It's a trap door right there on them on here, right there.
Yeah, we already leaning, man. Why y'all keep pushing us over, man? We already leaning. We go to work every day, have to battle this world out here. I'm still in the slavery thing. I go to work and punch somebody clock every day. So yes, because my people didn't know that they signed me up to be a citizen.
Right.
So we can't blame them. I just got to do and teach my kids better. You got to teach my kids better. Man.
Right. And the way to fix the black woman is to fix the black man. So we really on here for the men.
We on here for the men.
We really on here for the men. The women just come in, and that's cool. We want that participation too.
Because these the real women that understand.
Right.
This girl here understand, man. I appreciate her. She good, man. And nobody else got anything to say? Well, be on the lookout. Breaking Bread, AA battery. We finna hit you. I am Andrew.
Andre the Great.
And we gonna Be out. Peace, love,
and love.
prosperity,
Peace and love.
abundance,
Peace and
prosperity,
love.
health, and wealth.